Hey everyone, welcome back to Crushin Cans, presented by Torque Brewing, the main beer sponsor of Habs tonight. I am joined here with my co-host Derrick. How's it going, man?
It's going. I'm fired up. This is going to be a good show. We've been buzzing about
Friday.
This all. Oh, anything goes on Friday too. This is going to be good. That
So the intro's sick. Thank you, Nick, for the intro. So tonight we are going to be talking about the NHL playoffs, going through each series league-wide, which is a big thing for some of the fans that they enjoy the Montreal Canadiens, but they also enjoy the NHL in whole or entirety, as I should say. But tonight's going to be a big show. A lot to unpack here. Lots of teams, lots of series. Lots of input from what we think may happen, but hey, don't quote us. We are not stats guys on this show.
This is going to be good. I think we're going to start in the north. We're going to move over to the east, central, and finish up with the west. We'll break it down 1, 4, 2, 3 for every series there too. So
yeah,
it'll be good.
So I got to ask you quickly, because you were with Dale last weekend when you guys went to Torque Brewing for Saturday. Let us know how that was going. The main sponsor of the show, Torque Brewing. Thank you again for jumping on. How was it at Torque?
It was good. It was really good. It wasn't the first time I was in the back of the brewery, but got to see how much it's grown. Got the info on what's coming up and how all that works, which is cool. Telling us about all the stuff coming up there. I think we're going to try and get some of the guys on there from the tap room, or John or Brett again, maybe next week. We'll talk about next week later on too. You guys will be excited.
For sure.
It was awesome just to get in there and shoot the shit with those guys. Great guys doing great things here in Winnipeg. Hopefully they can expand out east so all you guys can, try one of these. I got the Hellies going on today. It is smooth.
They are delicious. I'll tell you that for free. So quickly, once again, like Derrick said, we will be touching on North Division, then East, Central, then West. So if your team's in a different division, just hold on. We will get to them. We will talk about them. And then once again, so each division we're going to go the 1 seed versus the 4, then the 2 v the 3. So just be patient. We will get there. It's going to be a big show. I'm excited. We talked about it all week, basically. And
we've been buzzing all week.
It's playoff season, man.
Oh, it's the best time of the year.
Oh,
and you just get that. Here we go.
And we do have visuals for you. And Nick might be able to put this up here right now. We do have the bracket ready to show you what's happening across the league here. Obviously, you got Toronto versus Montreal, Edmonton versus Winnipeg in the north. Then we'll go to the east with Pittsburgh against the Islanders, Washington against Boston. Then we'll go Central, Carolina, Nashville. Battle of Florida, Tampa Bay. That should be an exciting one. Colorado, St. Louis, Vegas against Mini. We've got an action-packed episode here coming up. It should be really fun.
So are we going to throw some can bets down on these series if we don't agree on?
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and Chad can keep us accountable here. So when series end, if we are wrong, whatever we bet drink wise, make sure we do it. 'Cause we are men of our words. Sorry, plural. Getting there.
Marbles.
Yeah. Friday evening. Cheers, boys. Thank you, Chris.
Cheers, Chris.
Thank you, Christian. Everybody's pumped to try Torque. It's going to be awesome. I love it. I love how they jumped on.
Give a shout out there to my buddy Chris. He just had a baby daughter.
Congratulations, Chris. That's awesome. So, like we said, we're going to start in the north here. We have the Toronto Maple Leafs against the Montreal Canadiens. Yes, we're Habs tonight, but we do leave our biases out of this. So let's get right into it here. I'm curious what you're thinking, Derrick, on a Montreal Canadiens Toronto Maple Leafs series that hasn't happened since 1979. So we can't go off previous playoff confrontations because it's been so long.
And that's the thing, though. If you look at these teams and the stats, it's relatively the same. Mind you, I think the Leafs have way more firepower, but it is just the matchup. Everyone gets pumped up for that, right? So it's some guys get nerves where they grip the stick a little more. But I think it again, like you guys probably talked about on Wednesday, it really does come down to the carry price factor. And on the 200 feet on the other end there, who starts, Anderson or Campbell?
That's the thing. And if I know Campbell didn't play brutally his last game against the Senators there, where the Senators won in overtime, but I don't know. I mean, if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs or you're a Toronto Maple Leafs fan and you're just tuning in just as a supporter, we appreciate it. Maybe give us your thoughts in chat here. But if I'm the Toronto Maple Leafs, I know Freddie Anderson is your guy, right? But what Jack Campbell did here down the stretch, well, mid-season on, basically, how do you not go Jack Campbell to start the playoffs?
I think it could be like a Price Allen thing, right? Like he supports the guy, but I mean, because I know they're playing the Jets tonight. Yeah, it's meaningless game, and it'll be dump and chase and don't touch me or whatever. But yeah, I think if Andy wins, do you give him the first game and then short leash?
Yeah, but it could be said, like you said, it's the same thing with the Montreal Canadiens with Jake Allen, Carey Price. The way Jake Allen's played down the stretch here, and this isn't putting it lightly, but I mean, my opinion is Jake Allen is who made the Montreal Canadiens make playoffs this year, in my opinion, because I think if this is not shitting on Caden Primo here, I think if you don't have Jake Allen and Carey Price is down, I don't think Montreal Canadiens make playoffs. But also, we know Carey Price is starting game one. So is Freddie Anderson going to start game one for the Toronto? It could happen, and you can't be upset if he does.
True. And then everyone coming back healthy too, right? And then having this week off. That game one's going to be huge. You that first game to get that first W, you get in Toronto's head, there's doubt, and they start thinking, oh no, not again.
100%. It's a tone setter, right? And Montreal Canadiens are the away team to start off, so they don't have the home ice advantage. So the line matchups aren't in their favor. But I got to ask you this. We know the season series didn't go the Montreal Canadiens' way. But also, coming down the stretch here, Montreal Canadiens had 6 or 7 guys that were out of their core pieces with Tatar, Deneau, Gallagher. We know Druin's out. We're not expecting Druin back for playoffs per Eric Engels today, sorry. But Shea Weber as well, Carey Price. There's a bunch of injuries here. So if the Montreal Canadiens are healthy, I'm just curious now. And also with the Toronto Maple Leafs, they've had their own injuries as well. Anderson out, Foligno's out at the tail end here.
Hyman.
Riley Nash is coming back. Hyman's coming back. So I just want to get your thoughts here. Let's say both rosters are healthy. What are you thinking with this playoff matchup?
It's either going to be like a 6-5 or 2-1. I think you'll get. I think the first. And it's you played the team 10 times already. What are you watching on game film at this point? You go out there, your stars have to be the stars, and you're going to need that secondary scoring, right? I mean, do the Leafs really want to play the Habs though, or would they have rather have played somebody else?
I think they would rather play somebody else just because of the amount of pressure they're in. And this is one thing you've said from almost like the start of the season, if they did end up playing each other, was the Toronto Maple Leafs went all in. Dale and I touched on it quickly Wednesday night for the Wednesday show, but
cup or bust.
It's cup or bust for them, right? So if they go down a game or two early, it could be insanity for them. Like the amount of pressure. So
media, everything will be all over that team.
And that's a tough thing too, is with Montreal, they've been so inconsistent this year. They can't string together a bunch of wins. So playoffs might be interesting, but they haven't been healthy. So just to ask you, if you had to take a series winner out of the Montreal Canadiens and Toronto Maple Leafs, who do you have and how many games?
Sorry, but I got the Leafs in 6.
Okay, that's fair. It's fine. I mean, like they did go all in, and we talked about it on our trade deadline show.
I think it's the depth factor where they got those old vets there. I know we have a lot of vets on the Habs, but those guys that are like the Thorntons, the Simmons, the Hyman, I think guys like that they're gonna make a huge difference, and maybe some of the inexperience will show. I'm hoping not, but just. I have to take the Leafs in 6.
Okay, so I got to echo. I had this thought right beforehand, but Brett, our man from Torque, said Habs win in 7. I have to agree with him. I think Montreal, I'm not expecting a sweep, but I'm thinking with a healthy roster, built for playoffs, not so many power plays, not 3-on-3 overtime, I think you're going to see a different Montreal Canadiens team. barring any injuries, and they're all healthy. So I do think Habs in 7. I will bet right now 4 drinks, Montreal in 7.
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's dance.
Little torque Brewing going down the hatch here.
Let's dance. We should get Brett back on here too.
Oh, 100%. We'll get Brett back on for sure. It's Brett from Torque Brewing. Thanks again for the sponsor, Torque, the official beer of Habs tonight in Crushin Cans. Okay, so now we move to this one, and this could be interesting. It's the Edmonton Oilers against the Winnipeg Jets. So now I know Winnipeg has struggled down the stretch. Will they be healthy for playoffs? That's the key question, I think, with this team.
I'll start this one off. The McJesus, Draisaitl, Mike Smith, that team, they're not getting stopped in the first round here. You beat a team 7 times in the regular season, you're not going to lose 4 out of the next 7. And the way they're going, Mike Smith has turned back the clock here. That team believes this is our year. This is our chance. Being in just this North Division, this is our best chance to get out of here and into a conference final, and anything can happen then.
I have to agree here with the Edmonton Oilers, like you said, with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. The amount of times they put that team on their back. And then now you got Connor and Leon in playoffs where they haven't been in a couple of years. I think you see a different team with the Oilers, barring the one thing for the Edmonton Oilers that I'd be concerned about is Mike Smith going down. Mike Smith goes down, it gets shaky. I don't trust Koskinen, but Leon and Connor healthy.
They're on a different level.
Pissed off playoff mode.
Yeah.
I have to think. I'll go first this time. I'm going to tell you right now. I think the Jets win that series. The Oilers win that series 4-1.
Yeah, no, I got them. I got Edmonton in 5. I think this team is rolling. They're getting the real deal back, and I think he gets on a line there. The Nuge, that power play was clicking. I mean, what was it? I got it quick here. Season series power play against the Jets, 29%.
Yeah,
don't give I think the Jets are going to try and play that grind it out, bang them out, but they're going to take penalties. The defense isn't there. Hellebuck looks shaky. I mean, he is an all-world goalie, but does he have a short leash? Does Brossoit take over here? And then, because if you go down 0-2 and one game's a blowout, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy to think that you don't start Hellebuck, but
it's a decent argument. And the thing is, let's say somehow, see, what I like about the Jets is if they're healthy, that top 6 is one of the best top 6 in the league. And then you have Connor Hellebuck, who, as a Montreal Canadiens fan, we are hoping Carey Price is the bubble Carey Price, the 2014 Carey Price. Let's say Hellebuck plays like he did last year or the year prior when he won the Vezina. It's not completely over. I just think you see a different Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl in playoffs. So that's why I think the Oilers 4-1. But
sorry to interrupt, but you always hear coaches say your PP and your PK need to be in the top 10 of the league for you to be a successful team. They got the number 10 PK, number 1 power play. Yeah. And they're both in that top 10. It's been, sample size, but you've beaten this team, like I said, 2 seconds ago, but 7 times. That's unheard of.
Yeah. So we both agree we got
Oilers moving on.
Well, we disagreed on the Montreal-Toronto. I have Montreal, you have Toronto, which is fine.
I'm sorry.
So this division that we're moving to
cross for this one.
the next division we're moving on to is the East, which is actually it's a bloodbath here. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins playing the 4 seed New York Islanders, and then the Washington Capitals 2 seed playing Boston Bruins 3 seed. But I think this is a lot different than what they're seeded. I think so. You know what I mean? So we're going to start off Pittsburgh against the Islanders here.
Season series 6-2 Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That's like
And
me
they're
going.
rolled.
It's like me going against my word, like Edmonton, the Jets. But I don't know. I think the Islanders are a better team than the Jets. They have Varlamov. I mean, that guy can. He put up 3 shutouts in a row.
Yeah.
They got Trotz there. Palmieri, Barzal gets going.
But do they score enough to get past Pittsburgh? That's my question. And I've been an undercover Islanders fan this year, but
Pittsburgh has choked the last 2 years too, right? They got swept 2 years ago, and then Montreal bounced them last year. It's essentially the same team.
Yeah. So I have this question: with the Pittsburgh Penguins rolling, they have been down the stretch here, but they didn't have Malkin, right? Malkin comes back. Does Malkin throw a wrench into how they're rolling? So a lot of people here are liking the Islanders in 7, Islanders in 6. Pittsburgh will choke. So a lot of Islanders thinking here. So I got to ask you, Derek, with you have the home and away records right there, I think, handy.
Not for these ones.
Not for these ones? Okay.
No, I got the season series, though.
Okay, season series, what was that?
6-2 Pittsburgh.
6-2 Pitt. Okay.
25 goals for Pittsburgh, 19 against. Power play 35% for the Islanders.
Okay. So that's the thing. If the Islanders can generate offense, they should be okay. But if they can't, I think Pittsburgh's offensive weapons can outpower them. My opinion.
I think that could be another low scoring, boring, drag it out.
Oh, it's gonna be a shutdown.
Islanders score 2 in the last 3 minutes to win games.
Yeah.
But then you've seen the Islanders put up 7-8 goals in a game this year. So they can't do it.
Yeah.
I
think it all depends on Barry Trotz. If he lets them let loose, or if he's going to be like a tight knit, shut it down, let's capitalize on our chances, win 2-1 game.
I know, I don't have it written down, but I know both teams are lights out at home.
Okay.
And I believe both teams have fans, right?
Yeah. Pitt, you're right. Pittsburgh has been unreal at home. I know that for sure.
Yeah. So same with the Islanders. I think, they struggled a bit down the end, so that might have changed it. But
what are your thoughts here?
Isles in 7.
Ooh, Isles in 7. This is
I'll throw the bet. I'll throw the bet up if you take the Pens.
I was going to say quickly, just because this kind of validates my kind of opinion here. I know a friend of the show, Justin, is starting his own podcast, Inside the Crease podcast. Shout out to Justin here. He says Varley will be the X factor, and I 100% agree here. It's like the Montreal Canadiens of 2014, 2015, where the offense wasn't technically there. Yes, they could win games scoring, but Varlamov plays away like a Carey Price did. They get 2 or 3 goals. I think it could be over. So I have to, as much as we like conflict and whatever, but I have to agree with you. I think Islanders in 7, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's Pitt in 7 too. I think this series goes 7.
You got to pick one.
I think Islanders in 7. I think it goes 7.
Okay. Well, let's make this one interesting then. I'm going to say Palmieri with the game winner in Game 7. 2 cans.
Ooh, 2 cans. Okay.
2 cans for a game winner.
That's wild.
It might not even get there. Who knows?
So this is one thing that's also in the East is the Washington Capitals against the Boston Bruins. The 2v3
tomorrow night for everybody.
Playoffs start tomorrow night, which is insane.
If you guys are on the NHL bracket, which we have a Habs tonight one, you guys can search and join. You have to have your stuff in by 7:14 tomorrow. Otherwise, it's locked.
So if you beat us, credit to you. Derek and I's luck, we're probably going to be out after fucking the first round, but hey.
I'm done after Game 2.
But yeah, so we have Washington against the Bruins tomorrow. This series is kind of interesting, but I think the way the Boston Bruins are playing, they're on a roll, especially after the deadline getting Taylor Hall. I'm curious what you're thinking. with the series here.
Before I get into it, I'll shoot the season series out there. 4-4. Caps had 24-4, 26 against, 30% power play, 87 PK. The Boston power play in this series was horrendous, 12%.
Yeah.
But the way they're going, we were talking about this earlier. Rask is on a contract this year, so I don't know if he still wants to play because we don't know. Yeah. But if you get primetime Rask, look out. Like that guy's a wall. And yeah. I was going to touch on this too. I think this year is going to be goalie central. The guy gets hot, team's going to roll. And that goes pretty much for every team, right?
So I got to ask you is, we know how the Capitals are kind of shaped up here. Maybe a little bit of a question mark in net. You have
Vitek.
Yeah. And then you have the Samsonov. No.
I don't mind him.
But the one thing with Boston that I like, though, sorry to interrupt, is
no worries.
We always knew like they were it was always said like they were a one-line team, the Bergeron, Pasta, Marchand. But this year,
that's a good line.
But this year they have the Krejci, Taylor Hall, and Smith line, a dangerous second line. There's a new resurgence with David Krejci this year. That's unreal.
That guy's a playoff performer.
Yes,
that's 100%. Where he makes his money.
So if I'm a Caps fan, I'm a little nervous of the Boston Bruins right now. They're rolling. They've been doing very well. And the one thing you mentioned about the goalie thing is with the Boston Bruins, you have Rask, right, playing for a contract. You have Halak, who's proved himself. But you also have that Swayman, who's played well down the stretch for them too.
Could Halak possibly be like a Seattle thing, maybe, for a backup?
There's so many different Seattle options open with the goaltending.
I want to say about this series that I hope everyone enjoys this. Chara cross-check Marchand all day. I would love to see that. That would be the best. I'd be okay with that.
But, like, so I got to ask you, like, I'm actually excited for the series to start tomorrow night. I think I know where it's going to go, but I'm probably going to be 100% wrong. I want to get your thoughts on this. The Washington Capitals, Stanley Cup champs, they still have that core nucleus there with John Carlson, Alex Ovechkin, Backstrom, Kuzi, Oshie, like all those guys.
No Wilson, though. That's a huge blow, isn't it? Isn't he out?
I don't think he's out. Is he out? Chad, is he out? Are we wrong here? No, he's not out.
No,
he's there.
Was I watching the wrong highlights?
We watch wrong highlights here. And Christian Glant, thank you, and Nick, for pulling this up. Anthony Mantha. This is one guy where, as a Montreal Canadiens fan, I know Quebecois players get shit on, and there's a lot of expectations, but for what they grabbed Mantha for, which is a fairly steep price.
Justin said he was injured knee on knee. So, see, I saw that right.
But he's fine, though. He came back. But Anthony Mantha, yeah. Wilson's there. Thank you, chat. I know he did get hurt. I did see what you saw. But Anthony Mantha's one player where he's not. I'm not comparing him to Tom Wilson, but he's got Tom Wilson's size, but more offensive capabilities. He gets a little bit of a mean streak. I like that Anthony Mantha coming in the top 6 role for them.
Oh, that changes everything.
It does. This series. I think this series goes 7. And my buddy's going to rip me apart for this because he's a massive Capitals fan. We have to have him on here. I think if playoffs are still going and Caps are in, we have to have him on. But I think the Bees are going to take this in 7. I bet 3 drinks on this one.
Oh, all right. Well, if it goes 7, you win. I got the Bruins in 6.
Okay.
I just did the back end of Washington and the goaltending. I think that they won't keep up, and especially DeBrusk getting going. And ooh,
that's a great point, DeBrusk.
I like him, and he's in a contract year too. He had a shaky season. So he's playing for money too, right? So
his coach came out and said it publicly in the press conference, like, we need Jakey to get going here, and that adds just more fuel to the fire.
And he's a guy that could play up and down the lineup too. I mean, like if they need to, change him up a bit, because they got That's a good team there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, I think Boston is they're just that team too, right? Where every year they're not at like they won the President's Trophy last year, but
And you have Charlie Coyle as a 3C. Like they're built well.
Yeah,
and they're bring Carlos back.
They hung around this year, and then okay, let's go, turn it on, playoff time.
Yeah,
I got them coming out of this one.
I have to agree. I think it's Bees, like you said, in 6 or 7. I just reiterating what you said. Washington's goaltending situation, I'm not sure. I know Ovi's been a little bit injury. He was day to day for the last week or two, so I don't know.
Issues with Cooney there too.
Yeah, Kuzi might be going to. There's rumors he might be somebody going to Buffalo or the Rangers.
He's no longer flavor of the month.
No, like I think they have to move on, and like you got the Ovi, Backy, Mantha, Oshie, Carlson, bunch of contracts there.
Well, and it's kind of like I'm not saying they're not cup contenders, but they're a team that's probably going to reload rather than rebuild. So they got Mantha there. I think this is the one of the teams that doesn't have a surefire superstar goalie.
Yeah.
So, and if they do somehow come out of this, I mean, I think this is going to be a war of a series. I can't wait. This is one of the series that I will probably watch most of it.
Yeah, and then we move on to another. Like I find all divisions here like they're interesting. So next we have the Carolina Hurricanes against the Nashville Predators, where a lot of people thought, like we talked about, like after trade deadline or right before it was Nashville kind of sending off Ekholm and stuff. They're probably pretty happy they didn't, but they have a steep matchup facing the Carolina Hurricanes. So I want to get your thoughts on this series here. What's going on? You know what I mean? Torque blonde. Can't go wrong with a torque blonde.
Can't go wrong with a blonde at all. There it is.
Money, torque blonde. Look at that can.
Man, these things are just – this is a definition of crushable.
Yeah. I like how the chat's jumping into Dan thinks Carolina in 5. Elias, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, Carolina in 5.
I was actually
not a lot of confidence in Nashville.
I was talking with Brett about this actually today, man, and we're going back and forth. I like the Canes to come out of this, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as everyone thinks.
No.
Because who's starting in net there? Woo, that's bold. How many cans?
Carolina 4.
How many cans? How many
cans you betting, Christian? Cans? Okay, so who's going to start net for Carolina?
They got the 3 guys there. With all those Boston Toronto clips coming back up, Reimer's having nightmares again, so he's unstable.
You gotta go Mrazek, no?
What about our boy there?
That was timed perfectly. Thank you, Joshua.
What about our boy Nedeljkovic?
Ooh, I did it. We struggle with that one, so do not get mad. Oh, nice, Elias.
Nice.
Thank you for tuning in. 3 cans by Christian. I like the bet.
You know what? Yeah, you know what? Let's all get in on this. I
like it. Okay, so you think
I do think Carolina's going to come out of this probably in 5. But I wouldn't be surprised if it does go 6 or 7.
Yeah,
the other way with Nashville winning. I watched the last 2 games there, and Nashville just pushed them around, just completely bullied them. But the whole Svechnikov and everything there, like
Rod Brindamore, Rod the Bod coaching.
Yeah, he's doing push-ups in between periods. Like he's just getting the boys going, right?
I gotta agree. I think you see Carolina come out of this. No, it's fine. I think you see Carolina come out in 6. Like a lot of people are thinking, like
I don't think. Well, I was even telling the boy up earlier when we were having supper. I'm like, there's gonna be a big upset somewhere in the first round. I don't know where, but there's gonna be a big upset.
Do you think it's the Nashville Predators?
Nash Vegas gets going, get that building rocking, Catfish on the ice. They get Keith Urban,
Yeah. Carrie Underwood singing the anthem.
What if Garth shows up?
Garth.
Nobody loses with Garth in the building.
Yeah. Rod's in game shape. Ian Patterson, friend of the show.
Ian's
comes
in
on
game
waffled.
shape. Ian better be in game shape.
We'll get Ian on later on in the show if he's up for it. We'll get him to call in. So I got to get your thoughts here. Nashville dealt with some injuries. I know Duchesne was down for a bit this year. You have UC Saros and Pecorine in net, but you're still thinking Hurricanes in 5? Not to put you on the spot here, but you got to bet some drinks here.
I don't know. I'll just bet a couple sips right now.
So you say Canes in 5?
Canes in 5. Canes in 5. I've got my bingo cards going around here. I even got my bracket that I made.
See, that's the bad thing, as you say, I haven't made my bracket yet, so I'm going to forget all my picks I made tonight and do a complete opposite for my bracket.
I actually woke up this morning. I think I went off at what time? Yeah, I don't even know. But anyway, I woke up right to the bang bracket. Mind was fresh, no distractions. I went right to the bracket.
I was supposed to do it at lunch.
I'm thinking about it now, but fuck, I'm going to let her ride.
Okay, so I think actually I have to agree with Carolina Hurricanes taking this one. I think Nashville is a competitive team, but just on the downtrend of where they were. So I'm going to take the Hurricanes in 6.
Woo.
I think you have Mrazek playing the whole series. I think Mrazek takes over the net. That's my not even a bold prediction, but that's my bet. I bet you 3 drinks, Canes in 6.
Sure.
All righty.
I'm okay.
So
with
now,
that. Where are we at on these things anyway?
Nick, can you pull up the bracket again? So we're not stats guys. We're kind of lost here.
Well, I know where we are.
The Battle of Florida.
You know what? Throw everything else away. We're spending the rest of the night on this one.
Okay.
No. Where are we for bets here? I'm totally completely
chat
wrong.
might know, but we can rewatch.
Kenzie's in the building here. She's trying to duck behind me here, but
James
she's here.
Black with a super sticker emoji. Thanks,
James,
producer James, our boy. He gets
Cheers, buddy.
So James is a producer and back end on Wednesday nights for We See Wednesdays. He gets Fridays off. He usually has a can, watches, hangs out with the crew. So thank you, James. So we're going to get to the Battle of Florida. This has to be one of the biggest series, obviously, besides Toronto versus Montreal. NHL-wide, I think, in my opinion.
Starts Sunday, I believe.
Yeah.
Right?
The Battle of Florida. And you have to think, have fans.
These are going to get afternoon games, right?
Yeah. And they're also going to get a lot of attention because the Battle of Florida, you have the Florida fan base coming back. You have the Tampa Bay fan base, which has been pretty big because they won the cup, obviously. But this is one series I'm kind of excited about.
Let the rats rain. Let the rats rain.
Florida's done well, but also you have Kucherov and Stamkos coming back in this series too. A little cap gymnastics by the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is interesting.
I'm going to go on the other side of the coin here. Kucherov isn't an all-star. An absolute stud. He hasn't played all year, though. I mean, you can practice all you want. You've heard Dale say it. You're not going to get used to it, and you know what I mean?
You think he's going to be a step behind?
Not. I mean, he's gonna shine on the power play, right?
Yeah.
Panthers won the season series 5-2-1.
Yeah.
I like Coach Q behind the bench. If Bob does struggle, they got Driegs. If they get the Vazzy early, who's behind him? Does anyone even know?
Is it McElhenney still?
Member of the team there, Alyssa. Nice point.
Yes. But I saw one thing too is Tampa said they're going to neutralize Florida's D. So this series, I think, is the most contested one. Yes, Elias, great point. I said it as soon as your comment popped up here. I think this is a tough one to predict, even with Kucherov and Stamkos coming back. And you got to think, too, Florida Panthers are missing Aaron Ekblad with that gruesome injury this year, and they're still rolling. Great defensive – or sorry, not defensive, but great goaltending depth on the Florida Panthers.
I think the Panthers they got my boy Gusev. Sam
Bennett leaves Calgary, goes down.
Lights it up.
Exactly.
The mustache just needed some sun, baby.
Duclair's another like a hidden gem. You have Barkov, you have Huberdeau. Yeah. Hornquist is down there.
Oh, he's clutch.
You know what I mean? So this is, I think, me personally, this is the most exciting playoff series in the first round. Battle of Florida.
Why not put these guys on Saturday afternoon? Like, please.
They should be prime time.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah. Anyway, don't get mad at me. You know where it's going.
So, Chad, if Chad can jump in, what do you guys think of the Florida Tampa series? Let us know who you have and how many games, just so we can kind of eyeball this. But I'm curious, Derek. Now, just knowing that
is Verhaeghe coming back?
That's another one. Verhaeghe's another beauty. He had a great year this year.
I was crushing this series with my buddy Scott at work, and he was all over Verhaeghe if he comes back.
It said Duclair, Barkov, Verhaeghe first line. Florida in 7, Tampa in 7.
I hate to give this away, but
I got to ask you, what are you thinking?
Oh, cats are raining, baby. Cats in 7. Florida? Cats in 7.
Oh,
yeah. 5 cans.
5 cans?
5. I'm all in. Huberdeau's going to be Conn Smythe. There,
right,
my bracket
is a Florida Panthers fan
out
for
there.
The year. All right, Florida in 7 for Alyssa. Tampa in 7, Elias. Florida in 7, Christian. Oh boy,
I got a Vegas line on Huberdeau for Conn Smythe. Just saying.
For me personally, I have to think. My mind is telling me Tampa,
but
just from the past experience with Vasi, Stammer, Cooch. But Cooch hasn't played all year, so I think he's gonna be a step behind the first couple games. But he's been practicing.
I was talking to my dad the other day, and he goes, "You know what? I watched Florida the past couple of games." He goes, "You've been talking about them all season." I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "They're a good team." Yeah, and for everybody, like, you know, I mean, the North Division's been awesome for people, but a lot of people haven't really watched outside. Wait till you see this series. Like,
it's wild. The
winner of this series could very well go all the way, regardless of who it is. The speed, the talent, like just the small, like little toe drags out of the corner. This is going to be some great hockey to watch. It's a shame it's in the first round.
Well, like I remember you telling me, I think it was like 2 months ago. I texted you and I was like, "Hey, I'm going to watch Panthers Bolts." You're like, "Just pay attention to the speed."
It's
fast,
crazy, man.
Like I don't know if we said, like, can the North? Well, that's the thing. You can't compare because they haven't played each other. But like when divisions cross over, it could be a shit show.
But you know what I mean, though. If they're on at the same time and you just kind of flip channels, you're like,
the speed's incredible.
Oh, fuck, right? Like
Dan Lemire's calling me out right now.
No, Dan, he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to do
Bolts. I say Cats in 6.
Oh,
yeah. I bet you 3 cans on that one.
Woo.
I know it's not 5, but I've already bet several cans. But I say Florida Panthers in 6.
That's what I said. Where are we for the can bet here? Who's
Somebody
keeping track?
Rewatch and do an Excel sheet.
You're gonna need it. Well, if all these cans actually do go through, we'll throw up clips throughout the week because there's no way we can do
just
all this in one
end
show.
Of series. Both of us
we'll just sit here in pure silence and crush our cans.
Just follow Habs Night on social medias. If we lose, we'll chug beers and just upload it to the social medias.
I'm gonna have to go buy a keg of blonde by the end of these playoffs just to keep up with all my bets. I got a problem.
So there goes that division. So we're moving on to the West here.
Can we go back for a second?
Yeah, for sure.
Can Quenneville work the magic there?
I think so. Quenneville's a winning coach. I think he's almost like he's setting records in Florida already, isn't he?
I have no idea.
There's
It's
something on
Florida.
Twitter.
Again, it's Florida,
Not
right? You know what I mean?
guy.
But
we don't cite our sources. We make shit up. But so I like Florida.
I'm going to throw it out there right now. Here's my source.
Torque Brewing.
Yeah. Just let
so
them
I
do
gotta
the
go.
thinking.
So with the West, what are you thinking?
Ooh.
So we're gonna go Colorado, St. Louis.
If I'm Colorado, this is I think I would have rather have played the Wild, but like the Blues are rolling right now. I think they're 7-1 or something, 7-1-2 in their last 10. Like this team is catching fire.
Yeah.
But it's Colorado though. I watched them last night and they effortlessly put up 5 in like 6 minutes. It was, and they were like highlight reel goals. This team is so deep. I'm going to give you guys a sneak preview. 25 years ago, Colorado won the cup. I have the same cup final this year.
Really?
Yeah. Just a sneak peek though.
5-6. St. Louis, I think they're starting to heat up at the right moment. Like last night, their power play finally caught fire where the power play was struggling. I think you do see a little bit of different St. Louis team that you haven't seen in a while. But I have to go with chat here. I think Colorado's winning the cup this year. I'll say it right now. I'm on the Avs train. Besides Montreal Canadiens, obviously, check the jerseys. But Montreal gets knocked out. I'm an Avalanche fan through and through. I got the East Coast boy, Nate McKinnon.
You're going to be staying up late.
Colorado's going to roll, I think. Do you have St. Louis coming out of this? Like, what's your series?
No. But I just think I think this is where Colorado's probably going to be tested. It's going to be one of those series where it's going to be 6
I think it's going to be a hard played series.
I think it's going to be 6 or 7, and this is kind of that that hump they get over.
You say over the hump for Colorado, like Nate McKinnon.
I think this is going to be a tough series.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Bingo runs at the Colorado bench and we get our goalie fight that I said a couple weeks ago, but I just want it. You know what I mean? Gruby's healthy. I don't know how you bet against this Colorado team.
I don't either. You got Cale Makar on the back end, Girard on the back end. Like their back end is so good. Puck moving, smart D. Nate McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog, Kadri, Burakovsky,
Comfrey, Donskoy. Don't forget Donskoy.
Jonas Donskoy.
He set a career number in goals this year. He's got 17 or whatever, and that's in how many less games the guy was hurt.
Yeah,
because he had a couple years ago in Sharks with the Sharks when they made that run, he was huge. They got Valerie Nikut. Yeah, I'm gonna butcher this. There you go. I don't even know if that's right, but anyway. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
So what do you have? You have Avalanche, obviously.
Avs in 6.
Avs in 6.
I never hate saying sweeps or 5 because you know what I mean. It's one bounce here, one bad penalty there, and then bang, right? So I like staying around the 6 mark, even though they could torch them like 6-7-1 for 2 games out of it, and it's not really a series, but they do steal one. So,
see, my argument is with the NHL, like we saw it. If you pay attention to the North Division this year, was the Ottawa Senators. Like after their shit start, I think it was after 1 month, they would have been in playoffs if the first month didn't count. Sorry. So
that team is going to be scary good.
Exactly, and especially in I'd say 2 to 4, 3 to 5 years, Ottawa Senators are going to be gross. I know we're still talking about the West here. Is they're NHL teams. Anybody can win. So that's why I'm hesitant to say in 4 or 5. But I like what James Black, the producer, James, said. I'm thirsty. What should I drink? Any beer recommendations? If you are in the Winnipeg area, Torque Brewing, 100%.
Ooh.
Hazy Whaler, the hell is?
Where do you want to go with those? I mean, that's a Stanley Cup championship right there. Yeah. That's an all-star lineup. Not to mention all the small batch beers they have going.
But if you can't get Torque, support your local brewing craft beer spot. It's the best way to go.
Just the best way to go is drink local, right? And just who cares? Just go try something new, right? Don't stay with the,
until we get Torque nationwide, support your local brewing. But if you're a Winnipeg area, go to Torque. So I'm going to say I have to agree, Avs in 6. I don't like doing the 4 or 5, like I was saying earlier, is they're NHL teams. People can win on any night. If you're not prepared, and a team can win.
And you've played everybody how many times, right? The games are so tight. Like and you know what? There probably will be a sweep. There it is. Marbles are in Winnipeg, people.
We like the old marble mouth on cans.
It's Friday night.
That happens.
But yeah, there always is a sweep. We're getting away from that. Let's just
all right.
But no, 6 or what?
I was gonna say, you want to move on?
Yeah, sure.
You keep fucking that one.
We'll talk about this one later.
All right, so the last series we have to talk about is the Las Vegas Golden Knights against the Minnesota Wild, where I think we might.
I'm going to let you lead off on this because this is your boy.
I am 100% on the Minnesota Wild train. I know they don't have home ice advantage, but I am the biggest Kirill Kaprizov fan. I like what Minnesota Wild's doing. I like their home record. They've been unbeatable at home, essentially. I'm on the Minnesota Wild train 100%, and I bet I will shotgun a beer live on stream if Minnesota gets beat out first round. And I don't chug. I am terrible at chugging. I end up crying and gagging. I will do it live on stream. Minnesota Wild beats the Vegas Knights.
How many games?
Doesn't matter. Minnesota Wild wins.
This isn't any fun then.
They're gonna win. They're gonna win in the Wild will win. No, they're not home ice advantage.
Is that the sweep?
Wild win in 7. I will shotgun a beer and gag everything on stream.
I got Wild in 6.
Wild in 6.
Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those teams that they don't match up well, right? I think they don't match up well. Could I give you the Minnesota roster right now? No.
Kaprizov, Suter. There you go.
Parise.
Yeah. And
I would say
decent goaltending too. Talbot's playing decent for them.
Didn't we talk about this way back? Like
one of our first episodes.
Yeah, people just find goaltending in Mini. It's something in the water down there.
But also, I have to ask you this though. Vegas, who's been dressing 15 players coming down the stretch here because of cap issues and injuries, there's no cap in playoffs. So what's Vegas going to line up here? You have Leonard and Fleury in net.
They're bringing in Adam Banks.
Kirill the Thrill, yes. The Shrimp, Kaprizov. I love all the nicknames. I'm watching.
Zuccarello's been low-key good in Mini too.
Yes, yeah. There's a reason why Hank was upset to see him leave the Rangers.
Maybe he paid some of the bills. I don't know.
But Vegas, you have Stone, Pacioretty, Glass, Fleury, Leonard, sorry. You have Martinez, Pietrangelo, Theodore. It's a tough task here. But I'm thinking Mini. I like Mini.
Fleury in the cage, or is Leonard getting the start?
I think you got to give the first start to Fleury. I think. Just off the season. I mean, Fleury's another goal. If you're Seattle, you're looking at it's either Fleury or Leonard. It's available. You have Jake Allen probably available. You have Drieger in Florida.
But
you have there's so many goalies available. But
going to that though, do Florida protect Drieger, thinking they're not going to touch a $10 million guy?
They're not going to protect Drieger. You got Spencer Knight coming up. Drieger's gone, I think. Personally,
why you got to do that?
I like Spencer Knight. Spencer Knight's solid. They're not touching Bob's contract, like you said.
I think Driegs has proved himself, though. Knight, you can give him,
Well, they can't grab Knight, right?
No, like he's
They don't have to
protected
protect him.
regardless.
So you're going to protect, or do you leave? Sorry, do you leave?
Fact check.
What?
Vegas is exempt.
Oh, fuck, you're right. You read chat.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I can't read.
I can't read. But you're 100% right. Vegas is exempt. But I think you leave Bob available. They're not going to grab a $10.5 million goalie.
Yeah, you protect Driegs. And then even if you want
Spencer Knight's untouchable, you can't touch him because he's
underage. And then even down the line, you could trade Drieger. Right. You could trade Drieger, get that top end guy, and then make another run next year because you're going to go for back-to-back.
Fuck, you have a great point, Derek. I can't believe I didn't think of it. I forgot Vegas was exempt.
That's why I'm here, buddy.
Spencer Knight's not old enough. Wow.
Florida's set up.
Just protect Drieger, and nobody's going to touch Bob. Or just grab Bob. But you have Gorgiev, New York. You have Jake Allen in Montreal.
No, certain age, I guess. I don't even know how that works. We'll get into that whenever we get around to that.
When we actually figure out the rules?
Yeah. we'll get around to that when we get around to that. That's too much to process right now.
Okay, so I take Mini over Vegas, which is a stupid take.
No, it's not.
I like Mini.
That team has been consistent.
They're secretly good, especially at home.
Yep. And everyone loves going to Vegas. So
yeah, how can you not? So I think we're going to start turning it over now because like we've kind of flown through the playoff matchups here. And Nick just told us she has all the bets written down, by the way. So we can't walk back.
I don't need to walk back.
That's right. So I have.
We'll get this all done. We'll start on Cam. Don't worry.
Yeah, Cam. So Elias here is asking one question. I want to pull up. Where does Torts coach next year, if anywhere at all?
I think he takes a bit off.
Yeah, he's 62, 63. Do you think he takes a year off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he ever comes back. I mean, he's got a cup. He had his time in Vancouver, right? And then he moved over.
He took and this is not shitting on Columbus, a team that the roster probably shouldn't have done as well as they did, but his coaching, not mindset, but like the strategy and
it's old school, you know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. Just like everybody fucking work their bag off collectively, we'll get somewheres. You know what I mean? So I do think like he can still coach in the league 100%.
Did you see Laine's comment from the other day?
Yeah.
I hate hockey. I'm going home. I'm not playing in the World. So, I mean, if that doesn't give you some kind of sense of what young players are to like that kind of coaching, and that guy, like he was absolutely loved here. I don't know why he wanted to leave, but
okay. So I got to ask the fans.
You could spend an hour with Winnipeg fans.
If Nick's cool with it, if you want to jump on the show, email live@habsnight.com. If we got a series wrong or you have a different opinion, please jump on the show. Email us. We'll get you on. Hear what you have to say.
We'll correct you.
Yeah. So I saw one thing today, though, that's kind of in the news, is Gerard Gallant interviewed for the New York Rangers. I'm curious strategy. Sorry, Dan, we slur a little bit on Friday evenings, but strategy works.
At least he's there to keep us honest. Thanks, Dan. Yeah. I appreciate that.
So
he didn't see how he didn't correct me on sweep though.
sleep, marble. Anyways, yeah. But Gerard Gallant interviewed for the New York Rangers, and that is one coach I think could take.
Why has he not been picked up?
I always thought he's going to go to Seattle. But I mean, if the Rangers are interviewing him, you know the Rangers will toss that bread.
Will he wait though to see maybe after playoffs to see if some other team gets ousted?
Depends what New York offers him money wise. The Rangers will toss all that money at him. You got to think. You got Mika Zibanejad. You have Panarin, Kakko, Lafreniere.
No,
Adam
those two are getting traded to Buffalo for Eichel.
Yes. 0. Eichel's going to LA, guarantee.
Are you going to book it?
No. And Nick predicted Patrick Roy to New York Rangers. Oh, that's true.
I don't know.
There's so many question marks. Okay, so I have to ask you and Chad as well. If you want to chime in, please let us know because we are reading this too. Patty Roy gets the agent. Does he want to be a head coach or does he want to be a GM?
I think he's more suited for a coach.
I think so.
He likes the spotlight. I don't think he's going to go to a young team because he's already had that when he was in Colorado.
Yeah, the rebuild.
Right?
Thing, yeah.
Where he doesn't want that. He wants an established team. Where? I mean, people here are saying Maurice has been on the hot seat for 3 years. So
yeah.
This would be a team that he could probably grab and run with. Would he come here? Doubtful. You gotta love a GM ego though.
I don't know how you do as a GM.
I love that comment. No, because I think he wants that spotlight too, right?
You think so?
He's always been a verbal guy. I think and just the way he played, right? Like, brash and out there. I think he's more suited for a coach than GM, mind you. You can just imagine some of the conversations he's had with like Joe Sakic. I mean, maybe they did have their differences, but like just to have that to be able to talk to guys like that where Joe is taking over in Colorado and he's doing phenomenal work. I'm sure he's got Stevie Y in his phone book there too, which look what he did in Tampa and now what he's starting to build in Detroit again. Because Detroit's going to be like Ottawa. Like 4 or 5 years down the road, you can write this down, quote me on it. It's going to be Beasts of the East, Ottawa, and Detroit.
Oh, Detroit's going to demolish.
Those teams are going to be like just wagons.
And like you said, like you hit the nail on the head there is what Yzerman's doing in Detroit and what Ottawa's doing. It's 100% right. Like their prospect pool and just how they're building it's incredible. I honestly think that the powerhouses in 5 years will be the Ottawa Senators and Detroit Red Wings. Or it might not be 5 years, maybe 7.
Well, I think for Detroit, but Detroit will be there. And then I think in the West, you got to think if they can somehow do, as you say, cap gymnastics with Colorado's team, they could be around for a while.
I mean, you have Nate McKinnon at 5.5 or something stupid.
And he's always said that I'm willing to take team-friendly deals if we can win.
Yeah, because he trains with Sid all the time. Sid gets paid 8.7.
Probably gets more in endorsements.
Yeah, no shit.
I like Justin's comments here. Rangers being a powerhouse.
Mm-hmm. I took Tony D'Angelo in my fucking fantasy this year. That went to shit. But how about Adam Fox though? Like that core they're building in Rangers. Like you have Adam Fox, Lindgren, Charlie Lindgren's brother, Montreal Canadiens fans. You know Charlie Lindgren, that's his brother. Lafreniere, Zibanejad, Panarin, Strome. Like there's so many guys coming in. Kravtsov, this new Russian kid. Like the Rangers will be good. They get a decent coach. I think if Gerard Gallant got into with the Rangers, that is going to be a scary team as well.
I think he waits. I think he waits.
Yeah?
I think he waits.
Waits for Montreal opening. Start the rumor here. Book it here. Rumor, Gerard Gallant.
You started it. No,
we have zero.
You started it.
We're lying. We have zero sources except for our basements. If our walls could talk.
I'd be fired so fast here.
So Dan was saying Patty Roy, not fit for any too much of a hothead. I have to agree.
I like that.
I'm the same kind of person. If I'm a head coach, like I'm so ruthless where it's like, what have you done for me?
You throwing benches on the ice?
I sit everybody, but also like I'd sit myself. Like if I coach the game wrong, like, oh, Eric, sorry, assistant coach, you got to coach tonight. Like I'm benching myself.
You just start changing lines, and it's not your fault.
Fuck it.
It wasn't my fault.
Yeah. I think you see Patty Roy maybe as a GM. I don't know. Do you think Barb Hartley will come back in the NHL after success in the KHL?
No.
No, he's riding that European money.
Tax-free.
So if you have differing opinions, please come on the show, live at habstonight.com. Email us, jump on the show.
I like this comment.
Roy with the media, though.
Right? This guy, right?
Gold.
I like it.
It'd be gold.
Why didn't he get on NBC or something? Jump on once or twice. Show his personality a bit. Like, get that going. I would love that. He could run as a consult to the GM. Yeah, no, I mean,
there's so much. Let's circle back to playoffs here. You've said a million times. We talked.
Florida's going. Cats are raining down.
Yeah,
Cups going.
We are
up.
the Florida Panthers tonight.
Huberdeau, Conn Smythe. Oh, hey, since we kind of got waiting for fans to jump on if they want, we throw out what's coming up next Saturday for Cans.
Oh, next Saturday we are doing the live
game 2.
stream. Yes, we are streaming the whole game. Derek and I watching the game, drinking beers next Saturday night. Montreal versus Toronto. Going to be absolutely wild.
Yeah, we Philly's going to jump on with us. If you guys remember Philly from the trade deadline special, he's going to jump on with us for the first period. We'll figure out the rest as we go. But Philly is locked in for the first. If he stays, yeah, for sure. If he stays, then we'll keep rolling. But as per usual, as last time, you guys will be jumping on, asking questions. It'll be good. So game 2 next Saturday, I believe is it 7 Eastern time, right? That'll be good. Let's get the chat rolling here. Game 1 predictions. Habs Leafs. What's the score going to be? Oh, that red light is now essential to all live games. If worst case scenario, the Habs do end up going out in the first round, we will continue on here. We will do more live games. We're going to try and, see what there's Chris with the 4-3 comment. That's, you know what, Chris, I'm not against that either. I think it's going to be a pretty good game. I didn't really, I caught a bit of the Dale one on Wednesday. Habs win 3-2. That's perfect. I think the first one will be low scoring. And I think if it does go 7, I can see 4 or 5 or 5 or 6 being a blowout for one side. But you never know, right, guys? I mean, what about Price steals game 1, 4-3? Is that an OT? Justin, is that an OT one? Are these all like regulation wins, or did you guys want to do OT? Weber with the game winner, PP slap shot. You know what? I'm going to throw this out there. There's going to be a goal from center in one of the game 1s out of the first round. Someone's scoring from center. We're going to get a bobble. Regulation. Eves. Game 1 will be a tight like frogs.
Jeez, took my
There you go. Just looking out for you, buddy.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to ask you. Watching a Toronto versus Montreal game.
You want to hold that thought for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Tag team. We're good.
Yeah. Sorry. Friday nights are a little tough for us, and not gonna lie, you break the seal early, it hurts. But Habs in 7. I'm curious what you guys else think. Montreal versus Toronto. Let's say both lineups are healthy, because I know Toronto's battling these injuries as well. What do you guys think? I want to see the chat. Who's Montreal dark horse? Justin, I have to say, dark horse here. I think with Susie coming back strong here down the stretch, I think KK's your dark horse. You get KK, you're solid. So I think KK's my dark horse for Montreal. I think if you see playoff bubble KK, it's a different story. There's a Evans dark horse. Christian, great thing. Great point, Christian. Yes, I did mute myself, Dan, because I did. It's Friday evening in New Brunswick, and it was 25 degrees and sunny.
It's another Torque beer we got here, everybody.
Look at that shirt, Diesel Fitter Torque Brewing Stout. It's an awesome T-shirt.
That's actually the first Torque beer I ever had, and that got me rolling.
Yeah.
Woo!
So the boys are good now. A little hydration break, like Dale did the first episode.
Hey, he set precedent. So if you guys want to,
if you want to complain, email Dale or
email Dale. Or we'll throw Dale's personal number up. You guys can all. I'm sure he'd love that, eh?
One person for the Montreal Canadiens, though, who I want a big series out of. Guess who it is?
Top Titty?
No.
Black City?
No, it's the other one that we love so much.
The Workhorse?
No, Derek. The one we love the absolute most on Crushin Cans. Our biggest guy that we love.
He's so beautiful.
He's a beautiful man himself, Jeff Petrie. I think if Jeff Petrie has a great playoff series, I think Montreal Canadiens do well.
I swear to God, though, last game, he made a play through the middle and he looked up the camera. He stared right at me.
Yeah.
He looked into my eyes.
He's
like, Derek, I'm going to do this for you. And that mustache went like this and then went down, got an assist. I was like, that's it. I ordered 10 jerseys.
See, I like the chat, though. It's like Galley, Susie, Galley, Caulfield. And then Nicholas Turcotte. Brandon is a poor man's Matthews. Okay? That might be right. I might not be able to shoot the puck like him, but I can guarantee you I can grow a mustache better than that idiot Matthews. I call him an idiot. He's the best goal scorer in the league so far, but still. Challenge Austin Matthews to a mustache, grow off, book it, put it on socials, tag him. I will beat him in a mustache.
Chris, I hate to break it to you, bud.
Ooh. Okay, this is another one. Dale and I touched on this. Does Cole Caulfield get in game one lineup? Fans, I want to hear.
You're all going to shoot me for this, but I don't. Depending on this series, I don't think he gets until game 3.
I have to agree. Dale and I both said it as well.
I don't. Brandon's no diver. See? Ian knows what's up.
Yeah.
Ian, send an email. Let's go, buddy. Let's see where you are right now.
Ian, come on the show.
We know you're on the greens. Come on.
He's about 9 or 10 moose greens in.
Oh, he's in hell. So he's on your time?
No, he's just 9 or 10 moose greens in. He drinks and runs a beer, but he's Ontario.
Yeah, he's on your no. Isn't he out? Oh, I don't know.
He's not east anymore. He used to be east.
He's on. Oh yeah, he's by Justin. Okay, yeah.
But my Caulfield thing is, who do you take out on the right side? I know you can play left side, but if you think everybody's healthy, you have the wingers, right?
Let's break it down honestly here.
Well, you have Tatar, you have Gallagher, he's first line, right? Toffoli, Anderson.
Christian's got a comment there. The 2 goals against Toronto.
3-on-3 over.
One's an over. There's no 3-on-3 in playoffs. And are you going to break up the top 6? Don't rush him, please, because it's going to be the same thing, right? Where look at Jimmy Vesey when he went to New York. He had a couple good seasons and then gone, right? Big college guy. Yeah. This kid could be a power play specialist. This is not the year to rush him, right? Let him and it's awesome for him to come in and score back-to-back OT goals. Also,
the kid's gonna be a stud.
It could be a burden too, right? Because now everyone's okay. This is what you need to do. So, what if he plays all 7 games and he's got zeros across the board and he's a -6?
Yeah. Exactly.
What is you don't want to ruin the kid's confidence. He understands what's happening here. He's a top draft pick. He's going to get in. He's going to get the first look come preseason and next year. The A's done. He can't go anywhere there. But be here for the experience. watch the game, learn the game, because you can see where there are some parts where he does need to improve on, but he's young. Like you're not
100%.
He's not going to come in and score 14 goals in a playoff run here. If he does, hey, all the power to him. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But you gotta be diligent with this, right? You have to handle it the right way.
Manage expectations, I think.
Yeah.
So my argument here is, sorry.
Ian sent an email 10 miles ago.
Okay, I'm gonna get my thought in before Ian jumps on. So my thought is, you have the first line with Tatar, Dino, Gallagher. You can't break up that line. That is the top. It's a top 5 line 5v5 in the NHL. You can't break that up. Then you have Susie, Anderson. Or sorry, Jesus Christ, Susie, Toffoli, Anderson. Spit it out, Junior.
Sunderson.
Susie, Anderson, Toffoli, you dickhead. So there's your top 6, right? Then you have KK, Armia, Perry. Who do you take out is my thing, but also, and this is not shit on Cole Caulfield.
That fourth line, you're not.
Yeah, Lucky Evans.
They're hot right now.
Lucky Evans, Byron, you're not taking apart. And you can't put Cole Caulfield in the fourth line. He's not going to succeed in the fourth line. And that's one thing about him.
That's more of a shutdown role. And I think that's the biggest thing for young players coming in, where you hear it a lot. Guys need to learn the defensive side of the game.
Exactly.
He's been a stud. Score goals, right? Where maybe he gets on the ice at all the power play and gets on the ice, bang, offensive zone faceoffs. Yeah. He hasn't had to worry about that side of the puck. Where I think now this is where, you know what I mean? It's I don't want to compare him to Line, but how he came in, he scored a bunch, and everyone said, well, he needs to learn to play defense.
Yeah.
Well, and then he had that 1 year where you start to learn, and then he gets traded, and then everything went to shit in Columbus. But I mean, that's why I said handle this delicately, because you don't want to force things that aren't there. Right. So if he is a high end scorer, but his defensive mind for the game just isn't there, then maybe the guy scores 15 on the third line, but can score 25 because he scores 10 because he's on PP1. Yeah. Right.
But so it's a great point here. Like if you're down 0-3, 100% put him in. You know what I mean?
I'd even say 0-2.
Yeah.
Or even 1-1. And certain guys look like, that they're struggling, or it's playoffs. Sometimes you need that spark. You need that guy to come in. He's that happy guy. He's got that energy around him, right? I mean, you don't want to make Jeff Petrie save his mustache because then I'm going to be mad.
But what I was going to say is, I am the biggest Cole Caulfield fan. Don't get me wrong, chat, or all the fans that watch this is. I am right there behind Deaksy with Cole Caulfield. I think this kid is the next pure goal scorer the Montreal Canadiens have had since Max Pacioretty. Some people forget Max Pacioretty get 30 goals every year, but got shit on. Cole Caulfield will be that player, 100%. I guarantee you. Book it now. I will chug 10 beers if he doesn't. But coming into playoffs, his first rookie year, I don't know if you can put him into a scenario that succeeds with the top 6 the way it is. I've said it before. You have Tatar and Gallagher, first line wingers. Then you have Anderson with Toffoli. I don't see him cracking the line because you can't put him in a spot to succeed in the third or fourth line. I think he's going to light it up, Derek.
Do you have to keep Tatar and Danault together?
I think you do have to keep that first line because their underlying metrics, Tatar, Danault, Gallagher are a 5v5 top 5 line in the league.
I wouldn't mind seeing Tatar, Suzuki, Anderson.
But the analytics show the Gallagher, Danault, Tatar line.
It's playoffs, man. Throw it all out the window. You have nothing to lose here. You've played them 10 times. Throw them something they've never seen.
Speaking about throwing it out the window, this guy throws them back like they're going out the window. We have Ian joining Crushin Cans again. Ian, how many tonight, buddy?
Whoa. Did you not? Hold on, Ian. Hold on. I hate to interrupt you, buddy. He did throw it in the chat. We need an over-under. Yeah. He's got 2 cans.
Okay, Ian, don't tell us how many yet. Chat, guess how many Ian has had Moose Greens.
I got two drinks on the line.
2 drinks on the line, the over-under?
Yep.
So I got to be within 2?
You two bet over-under. If you're wrong, you take 2 drinks. If you're right, well, possibly I take 4, I guess.
Okay. We've got...
I got you at 8.
So we have a 4, a 9, a 7, a 2. Dan says 7. My sister says 12.
I got him at 8. 8 now.
Carbonite. Sorry, I was gonna pull this up quick. Carbonite. It's how many beers Ian's had so far tonight. I would bet heavily on the over if I were you, because it's Friday. 6, a 2.
I know where I'm at. I know where Ian's at.
Ian, I'm gonna guess over 7.
Over 7. Okay. 7 on the dot.
Oh, that's a push.
Took is 7. This is 7.
I'll take a sip. It's a push.
I guess 8. I mean, I'm within 1, sure.
I know.
7, Ian.
It is a Friday night.
Once you get some torque in you, it's going to change your life.
The IPA or the lager?
Both.
It don't matter.
So, Ian, I want to get your thoughts quickly. Sorry, man. I know we brushed upon like the whole league here.
Forgot about this.
Right.
If you want to jump in, like, what series do you like? What are you thinking here, man?
Okay, so first of all, the first thing that rung to mind when I was listening to you guys was the Vegas, right? I picked Vegas to win the cup. So,
Ian,
I love Minnesota.
No,
I know where you're going.
No, I'm actually, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, Ian. Like, I took Vegas the last 2 years to win the cup. Yeah. And it's gone horribly south for me. I'm not making the same mistake this year. As much, that one year the Sharks beat him in 7 in that absolute fiasco. I was watching the game right before Pavelski goes down. I go, fuck this. I turned it off. I wake up in the morning. I was like, oh, yeah. It was the best. But I can't see Vegas doing it. I think it's the reverse flu here.
Yeah. I think the Pietrangelo signing is huge. That guy's he's a stud, right? Like, he's one of the – he's got to be – if he's not in the Norris conversation, I don't know. I don't pay attention to trophies anymore. It's gotten a little
irrelevant.
Skewed, right?
Didn't they announce?
I just never –
Did they announce the nominees already for the trophies?
I don't know, but he's been a rock for them this year. And Theodore's amazing, right? Too. Martinez, like, they're so deep. Fleury's been great. Fleury's got to be the guy.
He's had Vezina season. I agree with that 100%.
Sorry, just interrupt you boys here. Carbonite's asking a question. We did touch on a little bit earlier. Oh, sorry, Nick. Double clicked on you. Not sure if I already touched on. Eric Engel says Drew not expected back with the club this season.
That's terrible. You never want to hear that.
You never know. And we're wishing Jonathan Drouin nothing but health, happiness, whatever he's trying to find, or even if his family, we know nothing what's going on here. So that we predict our lineups Wednesday off of Drew not coming back. But it's just a massive thing not having Jonathan Drouin here. I just want to touch on it quick, Ian. What your thoughts with the Montreal Canadiens going forward without Jonathan Drouin? But like, how do you think a healthy Habs roster does with against the Toronto Maple Leafs here?
Well, I thought he'd be our hidden gem we just don't talk about yet, right?
Yeah,
and he
I
just
thought
shows
that
up.
Too. I thought he'd come back like game 2 or something, and he just gets that rookie laugh. 92 comes out, and everyone's like, "Oh fuck!" Right?
And scores that one big goal, that one big moment, like he's done before, like last year, right? Like just.
You know what though? But that's a rally thing for the boys too. You're gonna rally around that. That's gonna get you going. So I mean, and yeah, I took Toronto, but how many times has Montreal been that low seed and just goes, "Here you go, everybody," and then they start to go?
Well, my buddy there, Andrew Marchand, put it on Twitter today. 02, 04, 10, right? 14, all the series that we were never supposed to win. We won them all, right?
How does anyone always write this team off? I mean, like, really? Yeah, okay, I did, but
yeah,
you
but
did. I did.
I understand. It's easy to pick Toronto. I understand.
I went Leafs,
but they're not going to do it.
How many cans did you bet on that one?
I will chug
them all down.
I will chug 4 beer if the Habs lose to the Leafs.
You got to tape them all. You got to tape them all together, and then just go up as a 4-pack, though.
I love it. Crushin Cans. If you're in chat, Ian says 4 beer chug if Habs lose. Keep
all taped together though, and then he's gonna be like,
you'll see the video.
Stone cold baby. Maybe throw like a DJ Oshie waterboard on there.
We're a community. I forget all my bets already, but keep it.
I'm gonna have cups all around me on the floor.
I get more cans coming downstairs.
Did he pre-order cans to his house, you think?
I don't know what's happening. I think he's so confident that he's already sending beer to my house for me to chug.
Which is fair. It is fair. You're just going to pop up in the background there? No, I did take Toronto in 6, but I think if Montreal...
Goaltending.
Jack Campbell has been good, though.
Playoff experience.
What's the criteria for games this year for? Never mind. That's a stupid question. I'm gonna shut up.
I said TV.
I'm not going there. I was going. I'm not going there.
0 criteria needed. Listen, Carey Price. You know what he's gonna be. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. It's playoffs. He's rested. He's ready. He's going to be playoff Carey Price.
He's going to be playoff bubble 2014 Carey Price.
Toronto still has a ton of questions, right?
She's Siri's yelling at me. Sorry.
I actually had a buddy tell me that Toronto's going all the way today, and I said, "Really? No, they're not." if they, I have in my bracket. Did you get on the Habs tonight and make your bracket?
Tonight, right after this. I never do a bracket sober. Never.
I don't blame you. I did one clear mind this morning. But I got there was no overthinking this morning. I literally woke up, rolled over, grabbed the phone. Yeah, I was in. I was zoned. I was ready for this.
You thought about it, you slept on it. You knew.
Okay.
Yeah. I
gotta jump in quick. So my dad,
we're having a moment, Brandon.
Sorry, I was gonna say, my dad and his buddies, they're up at their cabin, big 4-wheeler run tomorrow. They were just texting me how to get on the show, so I told them how to, and they're like, "No, just do a shout out to the Bottle of Rum Crushers in Crab Mountain. My old man and his buddy drinking rum straight tonight, bottle crushing." Going on a big 4-wheeler run tomorrow. So shout out to Bruce and my dad, Keith. The amount of liquor they're putting back tonight, I don't know how it's going to go, but still shout out to them.
Private stock? Are they drinking Christmas liquor?
No, they're drinking probably Zaya rum straight. So
that stuff is good. Me and Dale had that. That was good stuff.
Yeah. Bottle crushing, Bruce and Keith are shout out. Email. I sent them the email if they jump on. If they do, I can't promise you what's going on.
I'm bumped.
So, Ian, I got to ask you, transferring from the Montreal Canadiens and the Toronto Maple Leafs, but who else comes out? Do you think Edmonton rolls through Winnipeg?
I don't know. That could be a wash, but Winnipeg's got a lot of heart on that team. The only thing is I don't know if their defense is strong enough, and I guess that's that is the big question. But
if you want to ask Winnipeg Twitter right now, you know what you're going to get? Fire the coach. We don't play the AHL guys enough. Wheeler's a bum. Scheifele's quit on this team.
Oh, the Winnipeg Twitter's toxic.
Kyle, yeah, it's horrible, man. Like you want to.
Well, Ehlers is your team, right?
You know
Ehlers,
what? I think Ehlers has had a great year, but the biggest true goal scorer on this team is Kyle Connor. He's a game breaker. He's so good, and that's the thing. Like this team, if they do get rolling,
they still may have the deepest 1-2-3 center in the division, right?
But how important is Nick Ehlers that lineup?
Huge. This guy, he's not
the puck possession.
He's not the biggest, but
the physical aspect.
Words right.
He brings it all. He's a 5-tool player.
This guy, he'll go through a wall to win.
Yeah.
But 100%. I mean,
good moveset.
So Ian, I have to ask you quickly. If you had to pick two teams battling for the Stanley Cup, and who's your Stanley Cup champion this year? Obviously, we're Montreal Canadiens kind of channel here, but realistically, what do you think, and who do you think takes home the cup this year?
So, do we know what division's matching up with what in the Final Four?
So we have the East and West lining up, and then you have the Central and the East.
Okay. So I take Vegas out of the West, and man, I don't know. Boston could go on a run. Pittsburgh, Washington, or Carolina might sneak out of there. Carolina's really good.
Carolina is very good. You're right. You have Tampa, Florida there too. So what do you got?
Tampa, Florida, they might wear each other out.
Yeah,
like they might kill each other in 7 games, and then by round 2, they might have nothing left, and Carolina might just sweep right through there. They're a strong team up and down the lineup.
Yeah.
So I would say that, but I mean, the Metropolitan Division, or whatever we're calling it, is probably the strongest. So I think the strongest team out of that division will win. So
who's your cup champion, Ian?
My cup champion is Vegas.
Vegas?
I picked them preseason. I picked them before we even knew there was a Canadian division.
I don't hate the Vegas choice.
I've picked them the last 2 years, and like literally I've lost money on them, which is not surprising, losing money on Vegas.
But they're that team that's like they've been to the finals. They're right there, and people kind of forget about them just a little bit.
It took Tampa. Look how long it took Tampa, though, right? Like, it's the right pieces, the right time, the right matchups. And if they do, like, I don't think that series with Minnesota is going to be as physical as Colorado, St. Louis. But I think if Colorado does what they did to Phoenix last year in that play-in round where they just play street hockey and it's like, hey, we're going to score 10 and you guys can quit, halfway through the game. That's fine.
Right.
But you know what? Vegas had the chance to lock up the President's Trophy and take first, and they faltered down the stretch because they couldn't figure out cap issues and whatnot. And I don't think it happens. I think Minnesota, the matchup isn't there. Krill solidifies his Calder Trophy, even though playoffs don't count.
He's like 30 years old.
42, but
I like that kid.
Yeah, he's good. He's really
he's fun to watch. He's fun to watch. He's got a little beret.
Oh,
right? See, my bet is I think
that's big praise. That's big praise.
I think you're going to see a Colorado Boston Bruins Stanley Cup final.
That's not because Vegas. You were talking about the regular season. Vegas has had Colorado's number, though, and line for line, I think they just that series is going to go 7.
See that's
the other thing. I think they take care of Minnesota kind of early and are better rested going in the Final Four, and I think that's what will get them to the finals.
So they get a few more days at the Palm.
Right. But that second round is going to be tough.
I'm curious what chat thinks. Who's your – I'm just going to ask chat quick before we keep talking here is, chat, let us know who's your Stanley Cup final, the two teams, what you're expecting. I'm thinking Colorado against Boston, but I'm curious what chat thinks. Ian, you're thinking Vegas is in your top two, right? The Moose Green, the St. John Dirty Waters. That's what he's drinking. Just because I know he's an East Coast boy.
I do drink other beers. I swear to God.
It's the St. John Dirty Waters.
Seems a little suspect at this point.
But it's a perfect storm right now.
Tampa, Colorado. Makes sense.
Just like the movie.
So I did my bracket today, though. Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, I did my.
Yeah.
You keep doing it. Keep fucking. Ian, you go first.
I'm going.
Okay, Derek, go first.
I did my bracket today, and once it got down to the semifinals, it reseeded the teams, right? So I'll give you guys it right now. I got Edmonton coming out of the north, got Colorado coming out of the west, Florida out of the central, Boston out of the east. But when I got to the bracket there, it said it reseeds in the conference final. I don't know if anyone in the chat has done the bracket or what's going on there, because
you've Edmonton out of the north.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Nope.
Really?
I'm not wrong.
Well, again, could be wrong.
Again, no, I'm not wrong. I think if the days permit, we'll probably have a second round preview, right? If the days are all good and whatnot. So I don't know. But if like the second round starts on a Wednesday, I mean, Cans on a Monday. I mean, Ian's in, but
yeah,
I gotta get up at sometimes at 5. So Cans on a Monday are not,
This season schedule has been tough on all of us, right? Fans and players alike.
I'm a Sharks guy, man. I'm up late. Way she goes. I mean,
you're drinking 4 nights a week.
That team is in. Well, and that's like we did that live show when you came on, and everyone was saying, we got to do it again. We got to do it again. It's like, man, we can't do Cans. 3 games in 4 nights. I'm going to be a healthy scratch probably game 3. The boys don't trust my judgment that late in the game in a third game on 4 nights.
Right.
I mean, I wouldn't either,
right.
But I mean, really, if the fans want what they want, maybe Stanley Cup final. We I don't know. We get Ian to host one night.
So speaking of which, if the fans did enjoy that Crushin Cans episode where we watched the game, I mean, we weren't at our sharpest. But we are doing another live stream next Saturday, Montreal against Toronto. Derek and I are going to be drinking beers, watching the game live with fans. So
Playoffs!
We're talking about playoffs.
Live stream, drinking, watching the game. Nick will have her Bud Light, Gold Light going. It's going to be wild. So if you tune into a stream, tune into next Saturday, Crushin Cans. We're drinking beers, watching the game live. Having fun, probably reacting to wrong goals like Derek did last time.
Yeah, but did you see what happened after? It was an omen. Right after. It was an omen.
So it's going to be fun. Ian, you going to tune into that one or what?
Oh, yes. I was practicing
we definitely got a guess for the first period. We'll see what happens during the week. And then, we'll go from there.
100%.
I heard rumors McLean's Pub's going to be open at some point.
There we go. So, that's our first. That's one thing. McLean's Pubs been our biggest supporter. So the first time Habs night team goes to Montreal for a game, we're doing a live show at McLean's Pub. Guaranteed. Probably sponsored by Torque Brewing. You can drink Torque brews.
How sweet would that be if Torque got into McLean's?
Yeah. So McLean's Pub.
I'll start bootlegging.
So if you're a fan of the show,
I'll call in live stream from the patio.
the first time we actually all get together in Montreal for a game,
That's
we're
the
going to do a
greatest thing
live
I've heard all
show.
night.
Live show, McLean's
Patty
Pub. Oh,
He's calling it from the patio.
Yeah. Go Habs, go. Patty Cam.
and as soon as fans are allowed back at the Bell Center, we'll let you know when the whole Habs tonight team is actually in Montreal. And our first live show where you can come drink beers with everybody. Dale, Nick, James, Alyssa, Steffi, Shane, Deeksy. The whole team will be there. It's at McLean's Pub. And it's going to be a gong show.
Ian's going to run the patio bar.
Yeah. Somebody's going to have to walk Derek and I around because we won't be able to stand up. But hey, support system's where it's at.
We're going to have those mitts that go like through shirts and stuff, and we're all going to be connected.
You're not going to give me any type of responsibility. That's for sure. That wouldn't be smart.
But guaranteed.
You just run the
guaranteed
Go
it's
Habs Go chants on the patio, and that's all that matters.
If you
Chant master.
follow Habs Night on all social medias, the first time we can all get together and actually hang out, it will be McLean's Pub, downtown Montreal. Go to a game, live show at the
Look
pub.
at that comment.
It's going to be a gong show.
And
Nick babysits as it is.
Which is fair. Don't forget, too, the NHL Bracket Challenge is out. There is a Habs Tonight one. You just have to search Habs Tonight. Get on that.
Beat Derek and I and bet his drinks.
I'm in. I straight up put Derek Weiss on there. So I will take flack for all the shit I get. But don't forget I can change my bracket. So
if you beat Derek and I in our bracket challenge, send a screenshot of your bracket. Send it to us.
We'll get you on a can cam. How about that? We'll do can cam.
Yeah, we'll FaceTime you drinking beer, or if you beat us, we will send you a video of us chugging a beer. Send it to you because you beat us. Okay.
We'll get it on we'll get you on can cam, and we'll do some guns.
So check the Habs Night Twitter account, our social media accounts. If you beat us in the bracket challenge, Derek and I will either send you a personalized videos of us chugging a beer, losing. But I think we're gonna win, Derek. I'm confident.
I'm gonna win. I got the cats going all.
Derek's already lost.
Really?
Right?
You're gonna throw me under the bus like that?
So quickly,
wins, dude.
Hey, I got till tomorrow night to change. Don't
no, and Nick has our predictions. And Nick has our predictions.
We're on for 4 jobs.
I think we'll
don't back out of that one now.
I'm not backing out of it. I'm not scared. No regrets, buddy.
Okay, and Nick, do you have our picks here? And Nick has our picks that I've already kind of forgot about. So Nick, what's our picks here? How many drinks we bet here? She's gonna pull them up here in a second.
No rush, but hey, even feel free.
I'm just gonna pull myself up because it's gonna be way too long to text.
Okay.
No worries.
All right, so we have the Habs series. I have Derek 3 cans, Leafs in 6, and Brando 4 cans, Habs in 7.
4 cans.
4 cans. All right.
It's almost as good as my fucking Panther one.
Yeah. So we've got Derek 5 cans, Florida in 7. And we have Brando 4 cans with Florida in 6.
Ooh.
That 5 cans going to be...
Why are we betting full cans?
Why am I betting full cans?
Florida in 7.
All in, baby.
Florida in 7.
Jonathan Huberdeau's winning the Conn Smythe. I'm telling you right now.
They won't make it past the second.
All right. Keep
You're
going,
not gonna
Nick.
make it past 10.
I have Islanders in 7 for Derek and Islanders in 7 for Brandon, but the condition is Brandon said the series goes to 7 games.
I got a game winner on that
no
one.
No matter who. And we've got Derek with Palmieri, game 7 winner, 2 cans.
Yeah, it's a steep bet. Him win the game winner, though.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry, Nick.
He's he's the new man.
We can pop up to this is the one you guys didn't really bet anything, but you were both aligned with the Oilers moving on to the next round, but didn't say any games.
Okay.
So, any bets on how many games?
Yeah, go ahead, Derek.
Oilers in 6, un can.
One can? 6?
One can.
All right.
Oilers in 5, 2 cans.
Okay.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. We've got Derek saying Avs in 6 and Brandon as well. No bets. And as for Minnesota, sorry, go ahead.
I'll bet on that one. Sure, let's have fun.
On which one? The Avs?
The Avs. I'll go
My money line.
Nate McKinnon, 6 games, 10 points. 1 can.
All right.
Wow. I'll take Colorado in 5.
Yeah, you know what? Get Ian on that. Absolutely. Let's go. Ian.
Okay, we'll pass them up after.
I'm in either way.
I'll say
or not.
If we're both wrong, Ian takes the bets.
Colorado Avalanche in 5 games, 2 cans.
Oh, you change. Oh, nice.
All right.
Okay, can we get like some of those like bookie hats? You know what I mean? Like those green like visors going on. We need to get like a bookie hat here.
Speaking of hats,
a Habs tonight red visor bookie hat.
Go off that hat quick, Derek. What beer is that one there? The hat you're wearing?
Oh, that's the Hazy Whaler. Oh no, sorry.
Brewing.
Yeah. No, you got the Hazy Whaler on the back. And
Torque Brewing.
You guys,
is there a hockey jersey named out of that?
They do have jerseys.
They do have jerseys. They're Jets colored jerseys. They have the circle in the middle, and they have I had posted it, the mechanics of beer. That is the symbol. I'm not sure what exactly is, if there's any shoulder patches or whatnot, but it is a nasty looking jersey.
Okay, Nick, another series here.
God, I'm gonna have to put this on a spreadsheet.
Yeah,
we
need a Twitter account for our bets.
Shit. I can arrange that. Minnesota, Derek said Minnesota in 6, and then Brandon said Minnesota wins the first round. If he wins in the first round, he shotguns a beer on air.
Whew.
So like I'm celebrating them winning.
Big money.
Basically.
Big money.
So either way.
Okay.
Either way, you're shotgunning.
Minnesota wins, I shotgun a beer.
Yeah.
And I'm terrible at chugging, so it's a good bet.
Perfect.
So if they win in 4, 5, or 7,
Doesn't matter. I'm shotgun a beer, mini wins.
As long as they make it past the first round.
Shotgun on stream is what I said.
I'll shotgun 2 if Colorado loses.
I hope none of the boys are watching, but I lost my tool. Like it's
Ian
gone.
Ian said he's shotgun if Colorado loses.
Got a mini or Vegas mini?
We're on the Colorado.
I cut out.
We're on the Minnesota Vegas.
Oh, mini Vegas. Yeah, you got Vegas.
I'll shotgun 2 if Vegas loses.
If Vegas loses, okay.
You better start prepping. You better start prepping with water there, bruh.
Yeah, I'm very confident. 2-1 odds.
Hold my beer.
He's not even gonna have beer in the house in Game 7.
It might happen on the terrace of McLean's pub. We don't know yet.
Yes.
Hey, as long as you're on the patio, it's all that matters.
All right, is that all?
You wanted Ian's bet. So Ian, who do you have for Pittsburgh Islanders?
Ooh. Oh my God.
No pressure.
Islanders and all right, no, I can't do it.
We'll
I'm going with Sid the Kid.
You going Pens?
Nova Scotia. Sid wins in 7. They got it out for years. Pittsburgh has torched the Islanders. They have them mentally.
Ian, are you Nova Scotia or are you New Brunswick?
Nova Scotia, buddy.
Okay. I told you
we're at
that way.
Birthplace of hockey.
Do I have Ian? What do you have for Oilers and Winnipeg?
The Oilers and probably 5 on that one. 6.
Okay.
Oilers and 6. Because Winnipeg's got a little heart. They're not going to just roll over.
And who do you have for the Battle of Florida?
Florida wins that one in 7. And that's going to be just a war of a series. That might be the best series.
I think it's going to be the best first round series ever.
I'm telling you right now, winner of that wins
Montreal
the cup.
Toronto's awesome. But
Winner of Florida. Have you watched we'll get into this later. We've gone an hour and 45 here, which is
I'm going I know what you're saying, Derek. I'm going the opposite. I think they just kill each other.
It's going to be some good hockey to watch, but
the moment that's it.
Ian, we'll get you to hang out with us in studio here. After,
stay in studio, Ian.
Hour 45. This has been this has been an absolute blur. This has gone by so fast. So follow everybody on social medias. Subscribe if you haven't already. Don't be
link
scared.
in the YouTube videos for Fanatics Habs or Montreal Canadiens gear for your playoff selections. Click the link in the YouTube videos. Subscribe, follow us on all social medias because we're active all the time. Even our own personal ones. Follow Nick Lemire Designs, Drew Deeks, Shane Gaumont, Steffi, Alyssa, Dale Weiss. Obviously, he's kind of. I don't know if you know him, but Dale Weiss is kind of up there. But
is he good?
That's
he's
his
okay.
podcast.
Yeah,
I think I've been live with him once.
Yeah,
I think he's dodging
Derek
me.
picked the lead.
Exactly.
Right?
So just follow Habs Night on all social medias. They subscribe to the YouTube channel, turn the notifications on. Tons of content coming here soon. We actually kind of got a little bit of a break as our creator standpoint where we actually have a week off, which is rare. Because with this condensed schedule, I can't say enough about our team providing pregame shows, postgame shows, We See Wednesdays, Crushin Cans. The amount of work that goes into our channel is nuts. And I'm just thankful for everybody that's been involved. All the fans that support this channel. Love you guys. Appreciate it. I know I get the DMs and everything. So just appreciate it. And also, shout out to Torque Brewing for the official beer sponsor. Burnt by Bridges for the coasters that are coming out to Habs Night fans. Merch is, we keep saying it, merch is coming soon.
It's coming.
We promise you. We're working out kinks because we want to get it right where the fans would be happy and quality was there.
Yeah, and it is logistically possible for everybody to get what they want.
Yeah.
It's coming.
The merch will be there shortly.
It's coming.
Yeah.
And don't be scared. Hey, shoot at all social medias. Don't be fear. We all interact with everybody as best as we can.
Tweet us, comment, like, subscribe, everything.
Follow this comment right here, you guys. Y'all need to finish with a chug off. Finish your beer, crush your beer. Crush the can.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh, I know. I need to bribe you guys. There you go. Done.
All right. I love our
don't threaten me with a good time.
Chat. Chug your beer. Let's finish it off.
Let's go.
All right, guys.
Thank you so much
for tuning in to the playoff preview show. Got off the rails a little bit, but the start we were actually kind of credible. But
I didn't expect to go 2 hours.
Actually, not a chugger.
There we got Ian. Ian's hanging out. Ian's coming after hours.
Ian's gonna come after hours with us. I think he's in.
And that's one thing. If you jump on our show, there is after hours. After we end up being live, we cut it off. We go after hours.
That's what the fun begins.
Nick, are you guys doing a tour de league on Monday?
Yes, we are. We should be releasing it in the afternoon, if not later on at night. Shane and I have a lot to discuss this week for sure.
For all our French fans, you guys need to get on this. This is absolute. This is outstanding. This is a one of a kind thing too. Get on there. Wednesday, we see Wednesdays.
Yep.
We will throw out a guest if he's having one. I think he might be holding his cards pretty tight on this one.
And then we also have, like you said, Crushin Cans this week.
Pregame, postgame with you guys on Thursday.
Yep.
Live stream Crushin Cans next Saturday. We're watching Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens live on stream. Derek and I drinking beers, having fun. Tune in, mute the audio on the game, drink beers with us, have fun. Call-ins and intermissions, wherever it is.
We got the game hat for playoffs. We're going. Just a little special treat.
That's the game hat?
That's the game hat.
You're not even ready for this, Ian. Settle down.
Unbelievable.
You're not even ready.
I'm not.
Watch
I got
my
my flip-flops
the
on, bud.
biggest hat. I should get my sombrero from downstairs just for my game hat.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you're in the Winnipeg area,
Top titty salsa.
If you're in the Winnipeg area, buy Torque Brewing, home delivery, Torque Brewing. That's one.
Support local everywhere you go. But if you're in Winnipeg, get out to Torque. They got a lot of things going. They got the pop-up grills available for delivery. The tap room is still open to grab your off sales. They have their IPA packs out there. They got their small batches available. Get what you can. Everybody, go Habs, go. We'll see you guys Monday.
Number one,
Good night, you guys.
Torque Brewing. Let's go.
Woo!